Welcome to Cavaletto Studios. I'm Chris. Join me in this 30-minute full body yoga flow. Stretch and strengthen while we flow through your favorite asanas, connecting your breath and releasing tension to feel wonderfully energized. So grab your mat, a block or blanket if you need, and let's get started. We're going to begin in child's pose, knees apart, feet together. Let's walk our hands forward and draw the belly between the thighs, forehead towards the mat or a block or a pillow. And just hang out here for a moment. Let's tune into our breath. Inhale and exhale. Feel the stretch in the back and the knees, the hips, the shoulders. Take a nice deep inhale through your nose and an exhale through your mouth. Think about your practice today. It's going to be short but meaningful. I'm going to get it done, working all the areas of the body. So go ahead and bring your hands so just the fingertips are touching the floor, lifting the palms, tenting the fingers. Lift your head slightly off the floor so you can really walk those fingers a little further away from you, straightening the arms, and then draw those armpits a little bit closer to the floor so you feel a nice stretch. And then spread out those fingertips and press the palms into the floor. Slowly transition to your tabletop, drawing your knees under your hips and your hands under the shoulders. We're going to rise up onto the fingertips, lifting the palms again, just stretching through each fingertip, and just do about 5 pumps on those fingers, and then pressing into the palms and rock side to side, loosening up through the wrist and the palm and the forearm. And then you're going to take your right palm, find your center, lift it off the floor. You're going to flip your fingers under so your palm comes up and your fingers turn toward your thighs, and place the back of your hand on the floor, and then try to straighten out your right arm and then rotate your elbow. Maybe wiggle those right fingers, just loosening up, and then flip the palm back, spread out those fingers, place them on the floor. We're going to do the same thing on the left. So lift the left hand, place the back of the hand on the floor as the fingertips turn under and face the leg. And then rotate that left elbow. If it doesn't rotate, maybe just wiggle the fingers, or you can do both. And then go ahead and flip the hand back, so spreading out the fingers, palm is down. Cat-cow, pushing into the tops of the feet, round through the back, nice exhale. Inhale, lift and open the chest, arch the back. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale, round. And inhale, lift and open. And then find your neutral spine, looking down at your thumbs. Extend your right arm to the front of your mat, left leg to the back, pressing into the toe, and then engage the glutes by lifting that leg off the floor, extended tabletop. So we want to warm up the core. So you're going to pull the elbow and the knee together, and then extend them back out, together, and extend. 2 more, together, extend, and let's do 1 more, and extend and hold, and then bring the hands and knees to the floor. Let's try the left side. Extend the left arm to the front, thumb is up, right toes to the back of the mat, pressing them into the floor. Engage those glutes as you lift that right leg up. And then elbow, knee meet under, and extend, under, and extend, under, and extend. 1 more time. Elbow, knee meet under the belly, and extend and hold. And then bring the hands and knees to the floor. 2 more cat-cows, round through the back, nice exhale. Inhale, lift and open, arch the back. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift and open. And then find your neutral spine. Walk the hands slightly forward so they're in front of your shoulders. Shift your body forward so you're in a variation, a modified plank on the knees, tucking the toes. You can stay on the knees or you can lift to a full plank. We're going to chaturanga. You're going to pull the elbows into the rib cage. Make sure your hands are a little wider than your shoulders, and then bend the elbows into the ribs as you lower down towards the floor all the way to the belly. Untuck the toes, slide the elbows under the shoulders as you lift for Sphinx. And just pressing it in, lengthen through the spine. So we really want to warm up the core and the back before we start moving. Then you're going to slide the elbows out to the side, lower to all the way to the belly. Bring your palms next to the rib cage. Gently start to lift your upper body, pull your elbows inward. Option to lift your hands off the floor for Cobra. Variation. Good. Hands back down. Slide those hands all the way out in front of you. Turn your head to look at the floor. Your palms can be on the floor. Feel your belly slightly pulling into that lower back area. Option 1, to lift your hands off the floor, extending those arms. Option 2, to lift the legs. Star. I remember in like PE, we used to do this, and they always said Superman. And then lower the hands and legs down. We're going to do this one more time. Lift and hold. Find your breath. Warming up that low back. You never want to have pain or twinges in there. And lower back down. Slide the elbows back underneath the shoulders and lift and lengthen. Stretching it out. Slide your elbows out to the side, bring them back towards that rib cage again. Now this time you can pull the elbows in, come back up to a little baby cobra, or if you'd like, you can press up to an upward facing dog. And you can continue to have your hips on the floor, or you can push into the tops of your feet for upward facing dog. Now from here, we're going to transition, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Lifting up, and then pedal out your feet, walk your dog. Moving those hips side to side. You got this. Now send those hips back and up, soften the knees, melt into your downward facing dog, spreading out those shoulder blades, pressing into the fingertips and the palms. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. You should never feel this in your low back. Maybe you soften or bend the knees, rise up into the toes, back into the heels. And we're going to step, hop, or walk our feet forward to a forward fold. And just hang out here. You can hold on to your elbows if you'd like. You can sway side to side. And then reach those fingertips towards the floor. Bend the knees slightly and inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, palms to heart space. Nice and tall, find your mountain, open up. Let's look down at our feet, make sure they're facing the front. We go by how they look, not how they feel. And open it up. Find your breath. Now you're going to take your right leg back and we're going to crescent lunge. So you're going to balance on the ball of the foot. You're going to draw both arms up, curve through that upper back, slight bend in that back knee. Find your balance. Now you're going to pivot onto the right foot, pressing the heel into the floor, finding warrior one. Option to bring the palms together. Find your breath. Let's pivot open. So now turn to the right side of your mat. Pivot your right foot open a little more. Warrior two. Extend the arms to the front and the back. Look down. Make sure you can see your big toe on the left foot, looking over those left fingertips. Good. Straighten your left leg and then bend into it again, a little deeper. Windmill both hands to the floor. Step back to plank. chaturanga on the knees or the toes, whatever feels okay to you. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And then exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Relax your shoulders. After your 3rd breath, you'll step, hop, or walk both feet forward, forward, fold. Fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Palms to heart space. And then find your mountain. Check your toes, make sure they're facing the front again. And then we're going to take a deep breath in. Reach the arms, exhale, palms to heart space, left foot back, find your crescent lunge. Find that balance, wiggle that body if you need to, extend those arms up, and then start to curve and leaning back into it. You might feel that left hip flexor stretching out. Sometimes it can feel a little tight at the beginning. And then we're going to pivot onto that back outer edge of that left foot, find your warrior 1. Option to press the palms together, bending into that front knee. Feel all the muscle, the tissue, the fascia tissue, everything is getting hydrated, it's stretching, it's working. Pivot even more to the side now. Find your warrior 2, extending. Now look over to your right big toe, make sure you can see it. Shoulders relax and look over those right fingertips. Open it up. Try not to let your knee drop in towards the big toe. You want it pushing to the little toe. And breathe. Straighten out your front leg. And then bend into it again so you can go a little deeper. Now we're going to windmill both hands to the floor. Step back to your plank. Now you have the option, you can go straight to down dog, or you can do your flow with your chaturanga to up dog to down dog. 3 breaths here. Inhale and exhale. 1 more breath. Now we're going to step forward again, forward fold. Half lift, inhale, hands right below the knees on the shins, flat back. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, inhale, rise. Tap the fingers overhead, and then exhale the hands behind the back. Interlace the fingers, chest expansion. Now you can stay here and just hold the arms and maybe lift them. Option to add that forward fold. I like to soften or bend the knees slightly, keep my back a little less pressure, and reach those arms over. Take a deep breath in, and then on the next exhale, we'll slowly come all the way up. Take a breath in towards the top, and then release those arms and let them swing front to back. Loosening things up. Take a deep breath in, reach the arms out to the side, inhale up. Exhale, palms to heart space. Now you're going to take your right foot back to warrior 2. Stepping it open, now we're getting a little warmer. Extend the arms front and back. Think about opening the shoulders and the hips to the right side of that mat. Bending into it. Look over your front fingertips and make sure you can see your big toe on the left foot. Now we're going to straighten out the front leg. Turn your left thumb up and then hinge your hips to the back of the mat as you reach your left arm forward, opening up that whole chest. Bring the back of your hand on the inside of your thigh or the shin, finding your triangle. Opening things up. Now if you find your top shoulder starts to fall forward, then come up a little higher. We got 1 more breath here. And then you're going to bend your front knee and go ahead and bring both hands to the floor. Step forward to forward fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, palms to heart space. Now we're going to try the other side. So big step back with the left foot, opening it up. Warrior 2. Look over those right fingertips. Check in and you can see your big toe on the right. Make sure your shoulders are balanced right over those hips. Now we're going to straighten out the right leg. Turn your right thumb up. You're going to start to reach forward towards the front of your mat. That hip is automatically going to shift towards the back of the mat. You can have your left hand on the hip if that's easier for you. Bring your back of your hand on the inside of the thigh, the shin, wherever you can reach, reaching your left arm up, or again, on the hip. If the top shoulder starts to fall forward, then come up a little higher. Find your breath. One more breath. And then you're going to bend your front knee, bring both hands forward, find your forward fold. And then we're going to slowly inhale, half lift, hands on the shins. Exhale, fold, bend the knees. Inhale, rise. Exhale, forward fold, swan dive. Good, one more flow. So you're going to step, hop, or walk, both feet back. Nice and strong. Rock onto the toes, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, forward fold. 3 breaths here, pressing into the palms. On your 3rd breath, rise up onto those toes. Exhale the heels back down. Step, hop, or walk. Both feet forward, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold, soften or bend the knees. Inhale, rise. Exhale, palms behind the back, interlace. Press those palms together, chest expansion. Option to lift the arms or add that forward fold again. From here, slowly rise up. Release the hands and bring them out to the side, but soften the elbows, bend them slightly. Shift all your weight onto the left leg, and then pull your right heel off the floor. We're going to do a little balancing here. Bring your right foot completely off the floor if you can. Try flexing that foot. Single leg. One more breath. Just press the big toe down of that right foot. And then exhale, forward fold all the way down to the mat and step back with your right foot to a lunge. And just lower and lift that back right knee. So then you're going to plant your right hand on the floor on the inside of that left foot, and then turn your left foot to the left side of the mat. You can bring your left shoulder on the inside. Now you're going to pivot your hips down towards the right, so you're going to roll onto the outside edge of your right foot. Lift the upper body and reach your left hand back towards that right leg, and maybe drop that right hip towards the floor. So a little challenge here with, if you're tight, it might be a little challenging. Working a little bit of muscle and the lengthening, mobility. Now we're going to slowly come back to the center with the hands. Come back to your lunge. Bring your back foot forward to a forward fold. Half lift, inhale, hands on the shins. Exhale, fold, bend the knees. Inhale, rise. Exhale, palms to heart space. Good. And then bring the hands behind the back, interlace, open up that chest. Chest expansion, forward fold. And then slowly rise up. Pull the shoulders away from the ears as you come up. Release the arms, let them float to shoulder level. Bend the elbows slightly so you get those soft elbows, relaxed shoulders, crane. For crane pose, shifting into that right foot. Bring your left heel off the floor. And then maybe the toe. Flexing the foot. Find your balance. Find a focal point, a drishti, a non-moving focal point. One side might be easier than the other. Find your breath. Now you're going to bring your left toe to the floor and then forward fold. Bend that right knee. Bring your hands to the floor so you can step back with your left foot. So you're in that low lunge. Do a little bend and straighten with that back knee. Feel free to use blocks here if you need to. You can put your hand, that left hand on a block if you'd like. You're going to bring your arms and shoulders on the inside of the right leg and turn the right foot out to the side. Open up that knee. Now you're going to bring your right hand to the hip if you'd like. Pivot on to your left outer edge of your foot as you drop your left hip towards the floor. So you're turning your whole body so you're facing the right side of your mat. Reach your right arm back towards your foot. Lower that hip towards the floor or the leg. Just feel that nice stretch. The arm is working. Take another breath in. And then you can bring both hands back to the floor in front. Come back to your lunge. You got this. Now you're going to step back to a plank. And you can go straight to down dog. Or you can do your flow, chaturanga, up dog to down dog. Now you're going to take your right foot up. You're going to lift it up, three-legged dog. And then bend the knee, pull it forward, finding your pigeon. Sliding into pigeon. Sliding onto that right hip. Feel free again to do reclining pigeon, laying on your back. Or you can place a block or pillow under your right hip. And then lower your head down towards the floor. Pressing into your left top of your foot. Your left knee is on the floor. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. And then we'll start to walk our hands in towards the shin. Lengthen through the spine. Plant those hands. Tuck your back toe. Send that right foot up and all the way back up, three-legged dog. And then bring it to the floor, downward facing dog. And then bring your left leg up, three-legged dog, bend the knee, and bring it forward to pigeon on the other side. And relax into it. So you're sitting on that left hip now again. You can be in reclining pigeon, you can place a block or pillow, and then walk those hands forward. Pushing into the top of your right foot, the right knee is on the floor. Inhale and exhale. One more breath. And then you're slowly going to walk the hands in close to the shin, lengthen through the spine, lifting and opening. Now, if you are sitting on a block or a blanket, you're going to take it out from the left hip. We're going to sit on the left hip and bring that right foot forward, but then we're going to extend both legs to the front. So nice and tall, seated posture. Take a deep breath in, reach the arms up, and then exhale, forward fold. Reach for those big toes. Lengthen through the spine as you're reaching forward. And just breathe. Relax those shoulders. Maybe let the elbows bend slightly. Now we're going to inhale, lift the arms all the way up. Exhale the arms out. Bend both knees, bring the bottoms of the feet together for butterfly, holding the ankles. Lift and lengthen, and then lean into it, pulling the elbows towards the rib cage. And then inhale, lift. Extend just the right leg in front as you pull the left foot underneath the thigh. And then cross that right leg over the left for a twist, hug the knee, reach the right arm back, lift and twist. Take a deep breath in and out. One more breath. And then we release. Bring that right foot in front, untuck the left, and you're just sliding that right heel under the left thigh, and then pull that left thigh foot over the right. So you're just switching sides. Hug the left knee with your right arm. Left arm behind you. Lift and twist. Doesn't that feel so good? Feeling that glute and hip stretch. Now we're going to slowly release. Come back to center. Bring both legs forward. Finding your boat pose, relax your shoulders, lift and lengthen, pull those feet off the floor as an option. You can even let go if you'd like. And breathe. Really lengthening through that spine as you lean back. Option to straighten out the legs, make it a little more challenging. One more breath. And then we're going to bend the knees, tuck the belly as you roll onto your back slowly and pull those knees into the chest. Give them a rock side to side. And then go ahead and place both feet flat on the floor and reach your fingertips towards your heels. And then from here, we're going to slowly lift to a bridge, pressing into the feet, lengthening through the spine, keeping the knees in alignment, and then slowly lower the hips all the way down to the floor. Go and bring your arms to cactus arms so the backs of the hands go to the floor. Elbows are bent out from the shoulders. And then walk the feet as wide as your mat and then drop both knees to your right. And just feel that nice stretch. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, slowly bring the knees up, keep the feet apart. Drop both knees to your left. Option to turn your head away from the knees to the right. Just feel that nice stretch. Notice the energy running through your body. And then we'll bring our head to neutral, bring the knees back up, walk the feet together all the way, and drop the knees to the right. And then slowly bringing the knees up and drop them to the left. Slowly coming back to center, hug the knees into the chest, and then we're going to find our happy baby, holding onto the toes or the outside edges of the feet. You can do a nice little rock side to side. Option to extend one leg and then the other, and then back to center, and then go and hug the knees into the chest. Place the feet flat on the floor, reach the fingertips towards your heels, lifting to a bridge, option to interlace the fingers and walk them underneath, opening up that chest one last time, and the hips. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, walk the shoulders out, release the fingertips, and lower the hips to the floor. And go and extend the legs straight for your Shavasana. Turn your palms up. Then we're going to close our eyes. Tune into your breath and just feel the energy running through your body. Take 2 deep breaths in and exhale both times with your mouth. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. And then you can roll to your side, give your knees a squeeze, and then we're gently going to press up. And sometimes when you just need a quick 30-minute, get it all done, move that full yoga body every which way that you can to energize yourself. So sit up tall in your Sukhasana, nice and tall, align the ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Take a deep breath in, reach those arms overhead. Exhale, palms to heart space. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste.